About 4 in a row. Gino waiting here at the 11th on the tee. A little bit of a wait. Today, a little bit better wind conditions, but let's go back. This for birdie at 7. This is to get things going. They 3 bogeys early on, but nice putt at the par 5. A little right to lefter there. Now the second shot at the 8th. You can see just the top of the flag stick. What a good looking swing. Even better result. Spins that back nicely, and that was downwind.
It's a beautiful golf course, quite an undulating property. It's one of the things that I heard from a lot of the people coming into this week, a lot of the players and caddies especially, was just how much the elevation changes on this golf course come into effect. And today we've got some wind, and this right here, the 9th hole, is an absolutely brutal par 3.
And Karen Stepples is there.
I am. It's brutal for all manner of reasons. Back into this wind really is the biggest key.
Woo! Holy cow.
Well, she won't be able to see that because it's a blind tee shot, something you don't often see on a par 3, but she'll be really thrilled when she takes that hike.
All right, Gino, what a good shot she hit in here.
Oh, absolutely terrific. Because, you know, judging that release and that pitch on such a long shot is not something you see week in, week out. And this putt going to move a bit to the right.
First 9 LPGA wins, including 2 this season. Multiple winners, been 4 of those. Incredible career so far.
Well, I'm winning on a Donald Ross course last week too, so she's got the feel for this type of green.
Could this be 3 in a row? I can guarantee you, no group played this hole 2 under par. That is so well played. Look at that busy scorecard. She did par the 5th though.
5-4-3-2. What's next?
Okay. Well.
Tenza, unfortunately for her. 3 straight birdies for Jeeno Thitikul, and she's on the tee now at 10.
And this is downhill par 4 off the tee. Plays about 10 down.
There's a lot of very unique and interesting visuals around this golf course. I like it. Not miss the fairway or you will be fighting for par. And here Gino in essentially the mayor's office here.
Oh, with only 74 yards to go. Little help in this wind though, so still, even though she can spin it, expect to get maybe just 1 hop on this. There you go.
That's kind of the tendency on Poana greens, is that one big hop you might not get on other surfaces, especially when you're chipping. I think it's by that.
And now for 4 birdies in a row, Jeeno Thitikul.
And even though she's shorter, this is still not an easy putt. It's got some movement to the left on this. Just have to try and see this ball going in the hole probably at about 4 o'clock, maybe even 3:30. It's got that much movement on it for such a short putt. Oh, well done.
It's almost 3:30 here, and 4 birdies in a row for Jeeno Thitikul, and she'll hop up to the 11th. And look at that, from 3 over to 1 under.
That's the type of scorecard.
All right, on the tee now at 11.
And this hole playing downwind, you've got basically 240 to carry all the way over the bunkers on the left into the fairway.
Tamberlini actually drove it over the screen, got it going up that left side hot, and that's one of the keys. This fairway's really firm. There's hit right into the bank. That'll come back. It's a unique hole. It's a little bit different. Look how that ball.
You have to have the fashionable outerwear today. It's it's a north wind and temps in the mid-60s.
All right, Gino's next. I want to say it did make birdie ahead of her.
It's from 74. Oh, pulled the string on that one.
Oh, that could be 5 in a row, Karen. I'm not quite sure. That's quite the roll here. Any questions asked? She's answered them.
Yeah, left to right on the green.
Way to fight back.
With her short game, but that was something special.
Yeah, because only a few feet over the green's out of bounds, so a lot of bad things could happen. All right, Gino, 5 in a row here if she makes this one. Okay, how about 5 in a row, folks, for Jeeno. Nice birdie there. That gets her back. It's a 2 under par. Look at that run right there. Just 1 par on her scorecard. We'll be right back. And run shots.
And climbing the leaderboard as the traffic passes along Paddock Road. Here is Jeeno Thitikul, 5 straight birdies.
Has a 6-iron out. Actual yardage is 172, but there's a little tier in this green on that front right side that starts at 164. If you can pitch it at the bottom of that tier and let it hop up, that would be ideal. Oh, she flew all the way back there.
Exactly what she wanted.
All right, this is Patty Tavatanakit at the 10th, playing with Jin Young Ko. Okay, good way to start the back 9 after a 30. That was just a moment ago. And look at this shot coming up for Jeeno.
Oh, just such an awkward stance. That was magnificent
5 straight bird
stuff.
Jeeno for par. The birdie streak will end, but put a little asterisk by that par at 12. Jeeno shows her emotions. It's just who she is, and she's showing some emotion there, as she should.
I can relate to that.
I've never gotten angry, so I don't know what y'all are talking about. Toughest fairway to hit. Only 19. There's the slope from right to left. A dogleg right, big slope from right to left, a little bit of a left to right wind.
This is incredibly hard as a fairway. It's that right to left break in this fairway that wants to kick the ball down to the left, and you can run through pretty quickly too, through the other side. And if you don't get that kick down, and if you try and squeeze it out too much to the right, massive rough and slope that can really hurt as well. That's got to sit down.
So you can hit the fairway.
Trying to warm up. Players are trying to warm up. There's Jeeno taking a look at things. Take a look at that leaderboard as she keeps moving up. A lot of smiles. Why wouldn't you after she made 5 in a row? We'll be right back. All right, Jeeno.
She's got 162. This was a brutal lie, just sitting so far down, looking for this to chase up that false front.
It did.
That was a 7-iron.
Yeah, just in the rough. Have a little bit of a downhill chip shot, but not bad out of that lie. That's why it's the toughest hole right there. Tough tee.
After that breakthrough last summer.
All right, quick chip shot here. Third shot, 13 for Jeeno. Stab that in there. Should release right to left. This is a pretty good shot right here, folks. Yeah, that's very good. Great.
At home to see the real stars rise to the top week in, week out, and to watch real domination. It's still unbelievable to think that only 2 players have beaten Nelly in the first 6 events.
Yeah, Hyo-Joo Kim and Lauren Coughlin up the hill to the tee at 14. Karen Jeeno.
And this is a hole that plays downhill 12 yards. Little dog leg to the left. This one going on a draw.
Hit both par 5s in 2. Made birdie on 7. She'll have an eagle putt here. And now Jeeno.
And this is a good looking shot too. Got height on this one. It's just got to sit a little bit now.
They're making this hole look easy, Karen.
Valenzuela by a big margin. Jeeno was winning professional tournaments as an amateur. 14 years old. She won for the first time. Same for Lydia. And now here's Jeeno for eagle.
And this putt is also downhill and breaking left. Probably a bit more speed in it from Jeeno, who's deeper into the green. Never ceases to amaze me when I think about Jeeno and Lydia and winning as teenagers in professional golf. I mean, it just requires so much maturity and, I mean, just getting good so quickly.
Morgan, you know what that's like.
I think when you're young like that, you don't know any better. You grow up, it's something you're pretty good at. You go out there, and why can't you win? You don't have that kind of expectation or lack thereof on yourself where, oh, I'm too young. No reason I can't go out there and win. I think that's the attitude that these young people have.
Here. This feels like a major, especially in this group.
Well, this is a tough hole here, the 15th. A little help in win, maybe.
It is. 230 carries that bunker on the right.
Oh, it's playing fourth. Yeah, she carried that thing.
Yeah, made it look easy.
Yeah, looked like one of your tee shots. Only for driving it in the rough. Jeeno's next.
And she's only got a 9-iron out.
Wow.
Pretty flat lie. 149 is the yardage. Showing a little respect for that whole location.
Yeah, that's a solid shot. Have that for birdie.
Back-to-back weeks, and then Jeeno won last week at the Mizuho Americas Open. Her wound up winning it by 4 over her great friend Ronnie Yen. So Morgan, take a look at this. It was really 20 years ago that the LPGA began going to Thailand, and Ari Tavatanakit, the winningest player from there, but Jeeno gaining on her.
I remember playing with Ari when she was just a youngster as a sponsor exemption in that event, and I talked to Jeeno's coach about her win there in Thailand. He said it really took a lot of pressure off her, being one that she put a lot of pressure on herself, wanting to win in front of her home country, her friends, her family, and getting that done early in the.
So it's just a very difficult hole. All right, Jeeno will be next.
And this is uphill. So it's one of those parts that you do actually have to think a little bit about, because you've got to make sure that you keep the speed up enough here. But not so much that you run it 4 or 5 feet past, because these greens are so tricky that those 4 or 5 footers can wear on you pretty quick.
Yeah, nobody really has an advantage. First time playing here, so everybody's learning the golf course. I think once you play it a few times, you learn some of the subtleties to it. But there's about 5 feet left for par for Jeeno. Really. All right, Jeeno has this left for par, Karen.
Well, it is uphill, which is the good thing. But you don't want to feel like you're giving this a bit of a hit, because that way you can send the putter offline. So just normal stroke, but firmer.
A great view here. Just a little too firm on that line. So a 3-putt bogey after that beautiful drive for Jeeno. That's a huge mistake. She'll head up to the tricky 16th.
You can say that about a few of the holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's just doesn't matter what level you're at, you're always struggling to keep those plates spinning. It's also a bit left. Oh, very left.
From that behind the tee angle, you could really see how it pushes your eye left, but that's the.
This was Patty Tavatanakit, 4th shot at 14.
Well, we saw some magic with her short game at the Chevron Championship. No surprise there, ho-hum.
Second best scrambler on tour, 70% success rate getting it up and down. All right, 2've gone left in our marquee group at 16. Karen, here's Jeeno.
From a really thick lie, she's got to keep it low under the tree limbs. I think she was trying to get that to chase up. Just got caught in some thick grass.
You can see how awkward this third is for Jeeno a moment ago.
Smart play, not even going anywhere near that flag stick, just trying to give herself a putt for par. Would have liked to get a little bit more on that. Get it up that quickly.
Well, they are moving quickly. Here's Jeeno for par.
See that bobble just a little bit as we keep getting later in the day to how some of the other players were facing these holes.
And what an up and down for Nelly. And now Jeeno for her bogey.
I think, I mean, the poor tee shot there really hurt her. A little unlucky with the second not to get through the rough.
Mm-hmm. Look at that scorecard. Busy.
Good one.
Patty Tavatanakit here at 15. Her second shot drove it right here in the middle of the fairway. See if she can get her ninth green. Good looking line here. Okay, good shot. She's at even par. Good play here.
Off.
44% of the fields hit this fairway.
And I imagine that the ones that have missed it have all been in that left side.
Mm-hmm.
You might have a couple that get hung up on the hill on the right, but I think most people want to take that out of the equation, because at least if you go left, you're going to be all the way down the bottom.
That's a little more right than the other gals. Let's see if she keeps it in the fairway. Oh, that took a huge kick. But it stays in the fairway, I think. I'm going to be quiet now. Slide down her. There we go. Okay. Now it's fine. Not quite the right. Patty T. See if she learned anything. This for birdie. Should know it's a slow putt. This to get to under par. Well,
Almost everyone has left that putt short.
Hey, Jeeno from the fairway.
And she's only got 71 yards. I mean, she got that turbo bounce off the downslope. But she can see every bit of this green. She can pretty much land this a few yards short of the green and get it to stop with a bit of spin. Sorry, a few yards short of the flag.
Oh, that took a huge kick. Bad kick.
What a terrible bounce.
Yeah, oh, it nestles up against that, too. What a bad kick there.
That's Alexa Pano, a native of that area.
All right, third shot for Jeeno. She's only made 3 pars today, and she's 1 under par. Oh, she's got 2 bogeys in a row, and now she has that left for par. That was really thick there, Morgan.
What a crazy day she's had. That one was a little bit unlucky.
With qualifying over, time running out for players to get one of those 11th hour tickets to Riv. You were there earlier?
I was. It was in great shape. It's going to be a great U.S. Women's Open. Always a fantastic golf course. One of my favorites to play. All right, Jeeno to avoid 3 bogeys in a row, Karen.
Yeah, and it's been one of those rounds, hasn't it? I mean, she had a string of birdies. Now she's had a string of bogeys. And it just shows you how quickly things can go upside down around this golf course. She stopped the rock.
Yep, that's her 4th par of the day. Didn't look like it should have been that struggle, but avoids another bogey. Stays at 1 under. Remember, only 3 shots back, so it's a long week. Especially after that start.
You told her, we need to play together because you always play great when we play together. Right, the next event after that, what does she do? She goes out and wins Mizuho. So, good going.
She has a wedge.
Not many groups have all 3 players. All right, Jeeno next to go for birdie. And asking one of her competitors to move their coin. I think Nelly, yeah.
Yep. I mean, this is great for Nelly because Nelly can pay attention to Gino's roll and gives her a free read, which is always very nice on tricky greens.
Yeah, how much were you watching your Pro-Am partners yesterday with their putts, Karen?
Well, the good news is that I was playing with the club champion, so he knew exactly what to do on these greens, and that was kind of pleasant. And he was playing against somebody we were playing with somebody who was runner-up in the club championship, so we had a really good team. And
you were stacked.
Totally stacked, and I was very happy. Tommy T from the LPGA played with us as well, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, we had a really lovely day. Played with Miyu Imashita and Jing Yan, and literally I could not have asked for a better group of players to play with. They were lovely all the way around, and we had a blast. And I think that's what you're looking for in a Pro-Am.
None better than on the LPGA Tour. This for an 8th birdie of the day.
Kind of surprising ending the day with a couple of pars.
Yeah, doesn't know what to do with herself.
I mean, that just shows quite the mental perseverance to be quite a bit behind the 8 ball early. Bounce back 5 birdies in a row through the middle of her rounds. And just still right in position. I mean, only 3 back at this point.
Players post a first round score in the red here in Cincinnati. One of the group on the golf course has all 3 under par at the moment. Nelly with a 69, same for Gino, and a 68 for Lydia Ko. And our coverage from the Kroger Queen City Championship continues in a moment. Tour.
Well, thanks so much. Joined by Gino, the most recent winner on another Donald Ross golf course. How comfortable are you on this course that you just won on another Donald Ross last week?
You know, like golf, it's pretty funny sports that like even the highest, you know, confident you are, the more expectation you put to yourself. So I don't say I'm that confident. I never confident with golf because, you know, it can, you know, slap my face sometime and then give me some candy. Always, you know, trying to keep it grounded more.
No question. And talk about trying to keep it grounded. It was one of those days that was very up and down. How do you maintain your patience when it is one of those kind of days?
I think I had a really good opening, like holes, which is birdie, and then like go down to +3 at some point, and I just told myself, it's just golf, and then, you know, it's so many chances ahead of you, and then it doesn't mean you can't do it today.
And you had a pretty star-powered group with Nelly and Lydia. How much fun is it playing with those 2?
It's so great. It's so fun to be able to play on the, you know, with the top players, and then they play good. Like everyone on my group playing great. We're trying to make birdies, and then we're trying to survive with this golf course. You know, yes. Downhill, uphill, downhill, uphill, and so many blind shot that we got on tee box. So yeah, that's great.
Well, thanks so much for your time. It was a pretty solid round of golf today. Good luck the rest of the way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Karen, Gino, thanks. She said how golf can knock you around. How about this event last year, Morgan? A 1-shot lead going to the 70s.